Hey everybody, Invisiblekatana here doing my unboxing for what I do believe is the March Loot Crate. I think it just came super late, or it's the April Loot Crate and it actually came on time. I don't really remember anymore. Like the timing has been so off lately. I don't even remember anymore if it's like the actual month that I'm in or if it's from last month, because it's almost, we're like halfway through April, so I don't remember. I don't know. They've been off for so long. I'm just like, it's one of the months. It's one of the things. I don't remember. I haven't even bothered to look up the title because, like I said, at this point, I never remember if when I see the ads, it's for the next one, which might come super late, which means it'll be maybe in May. I just don't know. Like, they've just been so off. I'm just like, it's Loot Crate. It's here now. So, unboxing. I don't remember the title or the theme for this month, but of course, we'll find out together. You guys will obviously know already because actually it'll be in the title, but we shall see. But as always, first off, we'll start off with the shirt. I like how the shirt feels. I think it's a cool looking design. I believe that's Star Trek based on what I'm seeing off my phone. Yes. Yeah, the NCC 1701-0. I'm sure they have a totally different way of saying that. I do not see if it does not specify which one, but this shirt is made in Pakistan, so there's that. I like this. I like the I like gray with neon green. I think that's pretty cool. And of course, it's got the white for the outline there, but I think that's cool. I do believe, I'm pretty sure this is Next Generation. I could be totally wrong. It's been a super long time, and they tend to make the ships look very similar to each other, so I always forget. So I don't know if there's like some very specific thing that I'm missing, but I would assume that that's Next Generation, but I could totally be wrong. It's been forever since I've seen it. And like I said, from the other ships I've seen, sporadically here and there, because I'm not like a huge Star Trek fan, the ships generally, they tend to make them look the same. Like in the new movie, I think they made them look just like the ones from Next Generation, and which makes sense because it was literally like in the same, from the original series to the Next Generation. Makes sense the ships would look the same. We got something from Alien again. There've been a lot of Alien items, actually, oddly enough. Here's a Xenomorph right here from like, man, I think that was maybe 2 years ago. I don't even know why this is on my couch. I don't know. I just took that out of a box somewhere trying to figure stuff out. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Celebrating 40 years of terror. Oh, okay. I didn't see that coming. It's actually an alien washcloth with the facehugger on it. So that's actually kind of cool. It's super weird. Actually, this is a super weird washcloth because it seems like you can't really tell, but it feels so smooth. It seems more like the type of washcloth you would use. It seems more like a dishcloth than it does an actual like washcloth. Like it doesn't. It's so smooth. I feel like that's not like the greatest. I normally use ones that are a bit more abrasive, but that's also a preference for me because I feel like you actually get more because it feels so insanely smooth. But it's also weird. I feel like I feel weird using a piece that actually has like art on it, but I'll probably use it. I'll probably use this, freak people out. I might not even use it. I might just put it, honestly, like this. This is the craziest thing. Normally when you see them in action, it's like the facehugger's the facehugger, but that legitimately just looks like a spider. Craziest thing. I've literally never thought that before because you always see them in action and they're like wrapping around people and jumping on people's faces. I've never seen it like a still picture just spread out. It just looks like a big spider. That's the funniest thing. I legitimately have never thought that before. But that's the most obvious thing. Like that's based off a spider when you see it that way. So I might just F with people and be like, surprise, and just leave my shower curtain open and just have like this sticking out a little. But I actually like that. Seems like they're doing a theme with the gray and the green neon stuff, so that's interesting. Let's see what else we got. We got like two things in one here because I just messed up, put off the pen. I like the pen for this month. Actually, get this plastic open. It's this little ship going around the moon. I actually think that looks super cool. So that's nice. I think that's a good pin. We also have the J2 mission log, which is from Lost in Space. I only know that because it's on the back because I would not have known that otherwise. I'm just going to flat out say this. I kind of hate these. I hate these items. These are like the worst items ever. When they put these in, it's like, here's a tiny little notebook booklet deal. And it's really, like, the only cool thing about it is the fact that it has unique art, which this doesn't even have anything cool. It does say mission, I think it's, oh, no. It just says 24th mission. Yeah, there you go. It says that on every page. At first, I thought it was, like, every page was numbered that way. And it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. But it's not. It's just the image on every page. Plus, it's right in the middle. So, that like, you're just literally writing over it and stuff. But yeah, that's it. Like, I just always kind of hated these. Like, I had some years ago for my Loot anime, and it was Ruby, and I was like, at least I like the art for Ruby. So like, looking on the front and the back, it looks cool. But those are just like the worst items, and they did that for X-Files. They did one of those as well. Let's see what we got. Holy crap, that's like the cool thing. Oh crap. Okay, here we go. Let's try to get these last two little things out. Very random, unfortunate thing I just felt. They went back to the little pamphlet deal. That's awesome. Captain Marvel. Tiny poster here. Saw the movie. Thought it was okay. Who cares? Endgame comes out next week. I'm super effing excited for that. But yeah, little Captain Marvel poster. So, not too shabby. Not too crazy or anything like that. Captain Marvel. And then we also have an adult collectible, not a toy. So we have the Captain Marvel 3D comic standee. I almost just dropped this like right on my couch. Let's see what we got here. This might be going up on the bookshelves if it's cool enough. Oh, that's interesting. I like it. I like it. It's actually a lot like the Hulk thing. I think this is their new standard now. Instead of what they used to do with the little collectible things where you like put the tiny little chibi figures and they'd be like, you know, like they'd be standing on the base and they'd have like one little background. Now their new thing is this, where it's just like one character in a three-dimensional sort of setting and just a simple, boom, flat little background. It does make it easy. I got my Hulk one. It doesn't really hold up my books, but as long as the books don't shift, it stays up there. So that's kind of cool. I think I like the Hulk one better, personally. I think it just looks cooler. I just like the Hulk more. Well, Carol Danvers is actually a cool character, depending on, you know, the story, I guess. And this does look cool. I do like the fact that it like sticks all the way out, like her arm and stuff like that. I just think it's cool. I do like this background. It might be the same for the Hulk one, but it kind of has like the way it's etched. It kind of looks like it's actually like a comic book backing, which makes sense because they have the number up there. I don't think they did that for the Hulk, and I can't really remember, so I'll check that out later. It's not really worth checking out just for that little thing. That's just for me. But I do think that's cool. It looks like it's legitimately a comic book cover, which I assume it is, and that's why it's like that. And this is what she looks like on the comic book cover, and they just made it like 3D. So I do like that element. And of course, they have her jet on there. They have her obviously in her newer outfit, not like her old Miss Marvel costume. But it's cool. I think it's interesting. It looks a little odd because it's supposed to be like her flying, so her hair is like shifted. So it does look a little weird to me, like the way they have her hair like that. Because it almost makes it look like it's supposed to be a hairstyle, but it's not. It's just her like flying. But it almost makes it look a little bit like it's meant to be a hairstyle because it's, you know, it's not in motion. And you don't see like all of her hair like behind her. You just see like kind of like the front part, and that's pretty much it. It gets, you know, kind of cut off there. So it's not like you see all of her hair like flowing in the air and stuff like that. So it looks a little different, especially in 3D. Like in 2D, it would probably still look different than this. But in 3D, it's like you see every little point on her head. You see all the, you can tap all the little DBZ spikes on her hair. But it's fine. I think it's cool. Not sure where I'm going to end up putting this, but I do like it. So that's a decent item there. And that is actually everything in this crate. And like I said, they have sadly gone back to the pamphlets, which, considering they've been super late on all their deliveries and stuff, I'm not shocked that this has ended up happening. But Cosmic is the theme, and it is the March crate. It is the March crate, so it was like basically 2 full weeks late because it is April 15th. I think it got here over the weekend though, so I think it got to me on like maybe the 11th actually. So it got here last week. I just didn't end up getting it because I have everything shipped to my dad's because I got stupid tiny mailboxes. I can't get like any of the stuff delivered to me here. But yeah, Cosmic is the theme for March, or was the theme for March. It says, embark on a journey through uncharted galaxies and uncover the secrets of the universe with this month's crate. Blast off on a cosmic adventure through the pop culture galaxy with this stellar collection of exclusive gear. Oh, okay, this is interesting. So I'm going to skip down to the shirt. It says Mystery Cosmic Tea. This month's Cosmic Crate comes equipped with a Looter... that's interesting. Looter favorite t-shirt from Lootcrate, Loot Game. Oh, okay. So these are old shirts, actually. Which is very fortunate because I could have possibly gotten a shirt that I already had. Excuse me. But this says it is equipped with a Looter favorite t-shirt from Lootcrate, Loot Gaming, Lootwear, and more. Loving your new tee? Want to explore more crates? Use code COSMIC15 now and receive 15% off select crate subscriptions. that is interesting. That's very fortunate, like I said, because I totally could have ended up just getting another shirt that I already had. Um, so that is interesting. That's a fairly unique thing. Um, which also, I guess, kind of leaves it to you guys to let me know for sure if I was right about this being next generation. So I'm not 100% certain about that, but fortunately, I do like it. I'll just assume it's next generation. And now that I think about it, excuse me, this actually may or may not reference. Oh, I can't remember which movie because I haven't seen the movies. I've seen like one or two of the movies, and once again, not the biggest Star Trek fan, but I think the Borg, the ones that like Star Trek Nemesis. This, I think that's what that's referencing. Because if I think of gray, green, and stuff, I don't think Star Trek. But if I had to, it would be that specific movie. So maybe that's what this is referencing. I don't know. Like the shirt though, it's still cool. So that's decent. Hopefully everyone got shirts that they never got before, because otherwise that really sucks. The one shirt that I would have freaking loved if I just magically got it for some random reason would have been the old Transformers Back to the Future shirt. I always wish that I had Lootcrate back when they did that shirt, because it's Optimus Prime transforming into the DeLorean. And I was like, that would be the perfect shirt for me to have, because those are two of my favorite things. But that's a decent shirt. Going through all the extra stuff here. So this is the original Captain Marvel 3D comic standee. Commemorate the MCU live-action release of Captain Marvel with this Lootcrate edition 3D comic standee depicting the galaxy's mightiest hero in all her cosmic glory. Licensed, of course, from Marvel, made by Lootcrate. And then it says bonus item: go higher, faster, further with a custom Captain Marvel mini movie poster. Okay, I guess you can count that as a bonus item, but not really. They've done stuff like that before. Exclusive alien facehugger face towel, originally released in June 1979. This year marks the 40th anniversary of the iconic sci-fi film. This exclusive washcloth lets you recreate the infamous alien facehugger scene, all but without the inevitable alien bursting through your chest. Very cool. Licensed, of course, from Fox, made by Lootcrate. It also makes more sense that it is specifically a face towel, which is why it's so soft, because I'm like, this doesn't make sense to be like a washcloth, but as a face cloth, that makes sense. For anyone who doesn't know, here's a super random dumb fact. You should use softer face cloths on your face, or softer washcloths on your face, because the skin on your face is more sensitive than the skin on your body. So you should actually use a softer face cloth, which is why this side is so insanely smooth, because it's meant to be like this all the time. That actually feels good. So that's why. That explains why it's so insanely smooth. It's specifically a face cloth. So they put some work into that. That makes sense. Also, it's funny that it's actually yellow on here. And mine is totally green. Totally green. I don't know. Maybe I got like some weird infection from the t-shirt or something, because it's definitely completely yellow. And it makes sense. Like, that's why this was yellow. It's supposed to represent the hotel and everything. And mine just came out like super duper green. I don't know. Then we have the exclusive Lost in Space Jupiter 2 notebook. When exploring the unknown, it's essential to record your findings for further examination. This Lootcrate edition Lost in Space Jupiter 2 notebook is the perfect companion for taking notes in the field, recording new discoveries, and even uncovering shape-shifting alien robots. It's actually licensed from Legendary, which I did not know owned Lost in Space. I already went through the Mystery Cosmic Tea, and then we have the exclusive Cosmic Pin. Light your path through the galaxy with this exclusive glow-in-the-dark, very cool, Cosmic Pin. This Lootcrate branded accessory seamlessly combines fashion and function, creating the perfect addition for any explorer. So I'm going to just beam this with the light really quick and see if I can actually get it to light up for you guys. Oh, you can actually, holy crap, that actually lights up super well. There we go. It's not going to like really be in focus because I'm not using my macro lens or anything, but there you go. Lights up pretty well. I like that. I love their glow-in-the-dark stuff. This and I think the only other one that I actually have, I don't know if they've done like more than the two, but the only other one that I have was the Avatar: The Last Airbender, which I love that show, so that's probably my favorite pen that I've gotten. On the back here, it's just Comixology, blah, blah, blah. When the Mega Crate, every month we give away a glorious assortment of awesome items known as the Mega Crate to one lucky looter. Here's the Mega Crate for March, worth $2,500. They didn't even do pictures for that this time. You just read it. Ah, sad. Celebrate the 40th anniversary of Alien and the 4th annual Alien Day with a trip to space camp. That's interesting. I'm just going to skip all this crap they talk here. Includes 2 registrations for the 3-day Adult Space Academy program, airfare for 2 to Huntsville, Alabama, Space Camp headquarters, 1 night hotel stay, night before event, and alien memorabilia. That's interesting. That would definitely be a unique one to actually win. So there's definitely something to that. That's pretty interesting. They also have this thing. This month's Loot Lens. Okay, so you can launch a rocket and walk on the moon with this month's Loot Lens AR content, which I didn't realize that was even a thing. So apparently that's just this month. You can, launch a rocket, walk on the moon, other stuff. And then the last thing to show off here is the inside of the crate. Spaceship. Boom, there's a few. I think there's people. Yeah, there's this girl who looks like she's from, I wish I could remember the Magic School Bus. That's what that girl in orange reminds me of. Magic School Bus. Pretty sure that's supposed to be a boy, I guess, right there. And then the dog, because you gotta have a dog in space. Chips, stuff. Okay. So, aside from the crate being late, I think seems like my battery's dying, like my light is like suddenly super dark. Aside from the crate being late, I actually think it's a decent one. I like the face hugger, face cloth, washcloth. I think that's pretty cool. Even though now that I think about it, even in the picture it's yellow, so it's like maybe that wasn't on purpose that it was yellow. It's not like this glows in the dark, so that is kind of weird. I like the t-shirt. Once again, it's one of their random deals. They knew this wasn't cool enough, or maybe they tried it and they only sold like 5 extra shirts on like the loot vault, and so they're like, well, we got to get rid of these effing t-shirts, so that's why they do this every once in a while. So fortunately, I got a shirt that I thought was decent. That's the second time I got something I like, because the last time they did that was I actually got coasters from Loot Anime, and it was for, I was about to say Gurren Lagann, but it was from what the heck is that? Yep, I knew it. I knew that thing was going on. Alright, sorry about that. Funny thing, I was looking at my phone and I was like, it looks like it's getting darker. Like, it seemed like it was getting darker. It looked like it was fine on my phone. Normally, I would start the whole video over, but I was like, I just don't want to. I was like so close to the end, I was like, screw it. I'll just edit it. I hate doing that because it's like, I'm going to be editing like 2 extra effing minutes on, and then it'll have to render on my stupid laptop for like 12 minutes or something insane. Probably like an hour. But yeah, decent crate. There's really not much to this one. I like the items in it. They just aren't like spectacular items. I always hate these. Like I said, these are just pointless to me. So I don't like this. It does suck that it came so late, and that's just been a thing in general. They've been like super late on stuff. I think the last time, I don't know if they've even shipped the DX crates from February yet, because I checked when I got my last crate. I was like, I want to see what the DX crate is for February, because they did like Transformers, and I was very curious. And those, I haven't checked recently, so it's been like maybe 2 or 3 weeks, almost a month since the last time I checked. But it's April now, and I know they haven't put the March DX crates out, so I don't know what the deal is with Lootcrate at this current point in time. But this crate was decent. I like the face cloth. This is cool. The Captain Marvel standee. I feel like the Hulk one was a bit cooler, probably because I just like the Hulk. I think the design for the Hulk is a bit cooler because you have like almost neon green a little bit, and then you kind of have like the gray background. It's good for the colors, and this kind of blends more. It's not as much of a stark contrast like it was with the Hulk thing. Like you almost have neon green, and it's him busting through like a gray wall. So I like that idea of like those really separated colors from like dull gray to bright, loud neon green. And this is all kind of like, it all fits together, and it's right down the middle. Like nothing is very vibrant or loud. Like there's pink, but it's like a very dull pink, like it's the cloud. So nothing about this is like super vibrant or really stands out. Like if you were like panning across, the Hulk would stand out compared to this one, but it still looks nice. It's just like, okay, not as cool as the Hulk one. I think the Hulk one just looks better. Face cloth, cool. Random washcloth is fine. The thing that I was talking about when I said I got a random item when they did that last time was the anime Black Lagoon. If I'm not mistaken, that's the name of the anime. And I got coasters from that, which was, of course, from Loot Anime. So I was happy when I got that as well, because I was like, oh, I never had this item, so that's pretty cool. So once again, very fortunate that the shirt that I got isn't an old one that I already had. But other than that, it's just an okay crate. Face cloth is cool. Shirt, classic shirt. You're gonna wear a shirt. It's fine. It's just another shirt to be like, all right, that's a random day shirt. But yeah, it's just like an okay thing. It does suck. Oh yeah, I forgot that was even in there. This thin mini poster. Who knows what I'll end up doing with that? But it was an okay crate. I like the face cloth. I like this shirt, which was just totally random. Like the standee, of course, which was the big item that they did for this month's crate. I oddly enough like the pin. That normally doesn't stick out to me, but I thought I like the design of it. It kind of makes me think of like almost the way they designed it. It makes me think of like 50s like pop art, because it's like such an old school looking ship That's why I like this so much. It makes me think of like 50s pop art. So I like the pen, which rarely ever happens. It's like they never stick out, even though that's a plain looking pen. It's just because of the 50s pop art deal. It's like I actually like the pen this time. So decent crate. Of course, would love to know what you guys thought about it. So please put your comments down in the comment section below. Let me know your favorite items, your least favorite items. Naturally, how would you rotate all this stuff around? I mean, you have your figure for Captain Marvel. How would you switch that up? It's almost really hard to say. Like it's almost unfair to be like, oh, I'm gonna switch in the shirt for something else. I guess they still chose specifically cosmic shirts. It was just that it could be from any other crate. So odds are I feel like most of these, even though it says Loot Gaming, I feel like anything from Loot Gaming that goes from Cosmic, they're all going to be the Halo shirts. I feel like there's Halo. I'm sure they've done shirts for Prey, so I'm sure they've got that. But I'm trying to think of like specifically space-based games. I'm sure they made some shirts for Mass Effect Andromeda when they did the regular crates, because they didn't put a shirt in the special Andromeda crate. They did a hoodie. So there's really, oddly enough, now that I think about it, there's not like a billion options, but they've probably done 100 Halo shirts. They've done like 1,000,000 Halo items because Halo is popular. So I feel like a bunch of people, if they got anything from Loot Gaming, it was probably like all Halo based stuff. But shirt was fine. Face cloth is cool. I don't know if I would want another figure from Alien, because I got the little one that I showed off earlier, and then they have like the little thing where it's like a xenomorph walking the face hugger, which I think is still my favorite like figure that they've done from the Alien series, or favorite item period that they've done from the Alien series. And the second is probably like the smiley face plushy face hugger, which I still have somewhere in here somewhere amongst all the other nerdy garbage. So those are like my top two Alien items out of, oddly enough, the almost handful of Alien items that they have given us so far over the years. But like I said, decent crate. We'd love to know how you guys would have swapped these items around. What else would you have put in this, with it being the Cosmic Crate? Personally speaking, I mean, obviously they did this because the movie just came out, so Captain Marvel naturally. I totally would have preferred Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that would have been a cooler figure. I don't know how you would do it in like the small scale that they have here, unless the characters were like much smaller, or like they were like scaled next to each other. That would admittedly be super cool, but that would also take way more time because it would be like the entire team, unless they did one where it was like just one character on the cover, or maybe just two. So they probably wouldn't do that anyway once it got to like group stuff. Like the Avengers, I don't think would ever get a figure like that, because it would have to be three-dimensional for multiple characters, unless they only chose one person and then everyone else was 2D. And I feel like they wouldn't do that when there's so many important characters. Like, there are going to be a ton of people who have this person as their favorite versus that person as their favorite. So they would never do that for that sort of figure for like a group thing anyway, unless they made all of them three-dimensional, which they wouldn't do because that would take so much time and it would have to be a huge figure to do something like that. So Guardians of the Galaxy still would have preferred. Anything else, literally, just not this. I just can't stress enough. This, and that one time they gave us pencils from the X-Files, but all of these are dumb, and those pencils, which I still have, why the F would I sharpen some pencils? I'm not in school, but any of these and those pencils, dumb items. So stupid. But that's my review, I guess, / unboxing for this crate. I'm at some point I'm supposed to have the Loot anime crate that has like the Genlock thing in it, so I did end up buying that because they did the 50% off stuff. So at some point I'm sure that'll get shipped to me, and in the future, who knows when. And we'll see what happens with this month's crate technically, since it's halfway through April and I should be getting it in 2 weeks, but that's not going to happen, which is actually fine because I'll be in Japan anyway, so I won't be here to actually receive that. But it'll be late, so it won't even matter. Like, it still won't be here by the time I leave the country and come back. They'll still be like, hold on a second, it'll be there soon. So it won't even make a difference. But decent crate. We'll see what happens. I got the whole year. We'll see what happens with next year. I was supposed to cancel it this year, but they gave me like the crazy thing, like, please don't leave. So I got like a huge discount on like my full year subscription. So I will still be doing this for the rest of the year. As late as they are, I'll probably be doing it into like freaking March of next year, and it'll technically still count for this year's stuff. But we'll see what happens. We'll love to know your thoughts on the crate. Your thoughts on Lootcrate in general right now. With all the late stuff that they have been doing, my friend had like 1,000,000 crates where it's like everything's just shipping late for her. Much like with me, like everything's just shipping late. She constantly has to like actually go on and check to see when stuff is shipped. I'm sure a lot of other people are having the same problems. Like I said, the Lootcrate DX stuff, I'm sure people are super pissed. That's like the expensive one. And it just hasn't even, the February one, last I checked at least, still wasn't out. There were still no YouTube videos up on that specific crate. And it's April now, so, you know, I'll check. Maybe they're up there now, but yeah, we'll see. Lootcrate, they're doing a bunch of discounts, so they're probably saving, a bunch of people are probably still buying it because it's like, well, everything's 50% off. They keep doing it, everything 50% off because they know they're so behind, so they end up getting extra money. So they'll probably be fine. They'll make it work, but want to know your thoughts on how things have been lately, past couple of months. Really, just this year. I feel like it legitimately started in January of this year, or at least in February. It was like, okay, now everything's just constantly late. So we'd love to know your thoughts on that, thoughts on the crate as well. So please put your comments down in the comment section below. Sorry about the random blackout and edit for this episode, but thank you guys for watching. Like I said, please put your comments down in the comment section below.